Okay, what are the degrees of rotation for an octagon? So to find the degrees of rotation for an octagon, you're going to take 360 degrees and divide it by 8, which I believe is 45. Then you're going to keep adding 45 back to itself over and over. So 45, what's 45 plus 45? 90. And 90 plus 45? 35. Plus 90 again. What is it? 180. And then plus 45 again, which would be 225. Plus 45 again. Plus 45 again. And then 45 again. We'll put you at 360. And you're done once you reach 360. You just keep adding 45 to itself. No, it's the degrees of rotation. The degrees would be 45 is one rotation, but another rotation is 90, another rotation is 135. That's all the rotations, right? Make sense or doesn't make sense? Okay, everything makes sense. Okay, now we have 1 yard, 3 feet. It asks you to convert to the larger units. What's larger, a foot or a yard? Yards. So I want to change this 3 feet to yards. If 1 yard equals 3 feet, you would divide 3 by 3 to change this to a yard. So instead of using 3 feet, what am I going to use here? 1 yard. You have to do your conversions first, right? Now, this is base 1, this is base 2, and this is your height. This is a trapezoid. So area equals base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. You will want your area formulas notes in front of you. You are not allowed to use this review page. I'm going to collect it. You're going to have to exchange it to get your test. Because I found other people cheating that way too. Grr. So I'm going to add base 1 and base 2 together, or just substitute in 1 plus 2 times 1 divided by 2, which equals 3 times 1 is 3 divided by 2, which is 1.5 yards squared. If we run out of calculators, I can pull out the graphing calculators too, if you really need them. Okay, we good? Okay, over here, how many centimeters are in a meter? 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So, what would I do to 600 to convert that to a meter? Divide by 100. So this would equal 6 meters. So, what shape is this? Parallelogram, which area equals base times height. So this would be height, this would be base. Area equals 6 times 4.5. So area would equal, what was it? 37. Oh, 27. I thought I heard 37. My ears are bad. I apologize. 27 meters squared. Okay. What shape is this one? Triangle. The formula for triangle is base times height divided by 2. But I got to get this in yards here. So if I have 18 feet, how do I change this to yards? Divide by 3. So that would equal 6 yards. So it's going to be 5 times 6 divided by 2, which is 15 yards squared. Any questions on that one? Not so far? Okay, over here, I have to convert to meters. What am I going to divide centimeters by? 100. So now this is 4.8 meters. And if you don't know those, I put them in the directions, right? I'm a nice teacher. I put those all up there. So, what kind of shape is this? It's a rectangle, which is length times width. Width, base and height are the same as length and width for this, really. So, area equals 4.8 times 7.1, which is what? And that would be meters squared. So far, are we good for the test? Good, because this is the area formulas are elementary school level. The conversions are what makes it high school level. Okay? So the area alone is like probably about, some of it is fourth grade, fifth, sixth. But then when we throw in the conversions, that's where we bring it up to the high school level. Okay, now this is definitely high school because you got to use your critical thinking skills. Okay, over here, this one was worth 2 points. These are worth 2 points each. These I'm going to make worth 3 points each. Point for the correct quadrilateral, 2 points for the explanation. Okay, you need to give me an explanation. You have to actually say why you think it's this one. So let's examine. I have AB slope. It does help if you just go A, B. It's not going to look like it, but just go in a circle so you can see which ones are opposite versus which ones are adjacent, right? So we know AB is parallel to DC. So these two are parallel, right? Are they congruent? Is A, B, and DC equal? No. Okay, what about BC and AD? Are they parallel? No. And are they congruent? No. So what shape is this? Trapezoid. And this is a trapezoid because it only has one pair of parallel sides. The thing that will help you out with this is your definitions of the quadrilaterals and your chart you filled out. So this is a trapezoid because only one pair of parallel sides. Oop, I got 3 L's in there. Don't know how I did that. There we go. Right? Makes sense? I want to move this over a little bit so it's not running into the other one. Okay. Now let's look at this next one. Any questions on that one, first of all? Oh, I lost my question is, where did my pen just drop to? I know it's weird. It must have just dropped. Oh, it didn't. What in the world? Where did the pen go? I'm losing my mind, everyone. Where did it go? Okay, what about this next one? Go ahead and go in a circle. Oh, cancel. Go into a circle. I keep looking for my pen. What are you noticing? How do you know it's a square? Okay. What in the world? Oh, there it is. Woo. Okay, it is a square. How do you know right angles, by the way, Obed? It's all sides are equal, but how do I know I have right angles? Well, that could be a rhombus, right? But because they are opposite reciprocal slopes here, do you see that? That's why we know they have right angles. So this is a square because all 4 sides, your name is on, probably, I think back, is it over here? Is name? Okay, sorry. Because all 4 sides are congruent. Congruent. And all 4 angles are right angles. Opposite reciprocal slopes. That's how I knew those angles were right angles, right? We good? I'm just waiting for everybody's pens to go down. Miss Shana was just saying that our teachers need to talk slower. I go, I'm probably the slowest talker of them all because I've taught MLs for close to over 10 years now. So I've learned. I don't know. Am I one of the slower talkers? What am I? Right, but am I a slower talker than a lot of the other teachers? Okay, we good? Questions, concerns, comments? Okay, number 8. Name two properties that a square and parallelogram have in common. This is the chart, right? You have a chart you filled out. You're allowed to use that. All you're looking at is where 2 are the same. Where are 2 different? Do you know which chart I'm talking about? Somebody show it. Yes, that's it. Great job, thing. She has it right there. Right? Okay. So, what are 2 properties that a square and a parallelogram have in common? The opposite sides are parallel. And the sum of the angles are 360 degrees. Right? Okay. All of them have 360 degrees. Hint, you can use that one for every single one, any two of them, right? Because all quadrilaterals have to have the sum equaling 360 degrees. Okay. Now, what about this next one? Are they different? Square has four sides that are equal or congruent. Well, does oh, how did I spell that one wrong? Oh, I had an extra. I typing too fast. Does not. And then what's another one? Square has four right angles or congruent angles. Either way would work. While a parallelogram does not. There. Done. Okay, this is 4 points. 2 points each. Basically, one for each one of those because you're doing 4. 2 same, 2 different, 4 points. Okay, find the area of each regular polygon. Round the answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. What is the formula for the area of a regular polygon? It's 1/2 AP. What does A stand for? A stands for apothem. Find your name, it's taped to a desk. And what's P? Perimeter. Right? Apothem and perimeter. Good so far? So this one, we're given the apothem. Do I have to find the apothem? No. And I will hand out the templates when I hand out the test in case you want to draw it. Okay? So, what about so I know the apothem. Apothem is 19.3. How do I find perimeter? 16 times 8. It's the side length times the number of sides, right? Side length times number of sides. Make sense? Doesn't make sense? Makes sense? So now I can plug it all in. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay, 0.5 times 19.3 times, what is 16 times 8? Let's see. That's 128. 1, 2, 8. 0.5 is a lot easier to put in your calculator than 1/2, right? So, on 0.5 times 19.3 times 128. And how much is that? 1,000.2. It doesn't give us a unit, so I'm just going to put a U for units squared. There's my area, everyone. I will not mark it wrong because I didn't give you. Now, if I gave you a unit, I should, but because they didn't give you a unit, I won't. However, it is good practice to do that because when you get into ICP, you drop your units, you get it wrong. Yes. Okay. Now, hexagon. Hexagon. Let's see if I can draw it. Please pardon my draw. I don't have a template that I can go off of, right? And not too bad, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hexagon is 6 sides, right? And this has 2 as this measure. What am I missing to be able to find the area? The apothem, right? So, on the PowerPoint from yesterday, I have written steps. I couldn't make it a whole lot easier. I typed up the steps so nice and neat. And I said, okay, first of all, I need this central angle, or it's also called this virtual angle. It's a vertex angle of this isosceles triangle. How do I find what this angle is? So 360 divided by 6 is what? 60. So this whole angle is 60. The problem is I don't use the whole angle, right? Because I'm going to, this is isosceles because each of these have to be equal. So when I draw the height, I create 2 congruent triangles. So here, right? This is 90. So what's this angle then if this was 60? What's this angle now? 30, because I had to cut it in half. 60 divided by 2 is 30. Now, am I going to use 2 or am I going to have to cut that in half also? I have to cut that in half. So what's 2 divided by 2? 1. So to find the apothem, I could use trigonometry, or in this case, I could use special triangles. Either way works. What do you want me to use? Trigonometry. So this would be opposite. This would be adjacent. If you did your homework assignment, you would notice you're using the same trig function the whole time. What was the trig function you're using? Tangent. So tangent of 30 has to equal 1 over the apothem because I'm looking for the apothem. I'm going to cross multiply, right? And I get 1 equals a times tangent 30. So if I divide by tangent 30, that will give me my apothem. And what is 1 divided by tangent 30? Let's see, I have to change my mode each and every time. Make sure your calculator's in degree, please. Double check it. Should have a little DEG on the bottom. So, 1 divided by tangent 30 is equal to 1 point. Now remember, how far out do I want you to write this? 4 decimals, so you don't get rounding errors. So it'd be 1.7321. 1.7321. That's the apothem. Right? Okay, now I need perimeter. What was the original side length? 2. How many sides is a hexagon? So 2 times 6 is 12. So it is going to be 0.5. The area equals 0.5 times 1.7321 times 12. 0.5 times 1.73. times 12. And what do I get? 10.4. Now I can round. And did it give us, oh, it gave us a unit. Inches squared. This is going to be 4 points. This one will be 2 points. Because this one I didn't have to find the apothem. This one I had to do a lot more work. Just so everybody knows about the grading. Okay? This is going to be another 4 points. Okay, 12. I'm not even going to draw the 12 because I know, well, maybe I could. No, I can't. I'm not going to try drawing a 12-sided figure. Okay, but I'm just going to draw the big triangle. Can I just do that? Okay. If this is a 12-sided figure, what's going to be the whole angle right there? 360, what? Divided by 12, which is equal to what? So when I cut this in half, this is 15 degrees, right? Now, the perimeter is 36. That's nice. But what am I going to use for a side length then? How do I find the side if the perimeter of the regular 12-sided figure is 36? Divide by 12. Side length is equal to 36 divided by 12, which is 3. Now, the whole thing is 3, but what do I use on the inside for the half of the triangle? I have to divide this by 2, and this is 1.5. Now, I'm going to set it up just like over here, except I use the other numbers. Tangent 15 is equal to opposite, which is now 1.5 instead of 1, over A. When you cross multiply and do all the fancy stuff, you're actually just taking 1.5 divided by tangent 15, right? Because we did all of that here. So what do you get for that answer? I'm going to go out 4 decimal places. Is it just 5.6? 5.5981. Why am I going out 4 decimal places? For rounding errors, to get accuracy, right? Now I'm going to substitute. Do I have everything? I have perimeter. Here's perimeter. I have apothem. Here's apothem. Right? So area equals 0.5 times apothem times perimeter, which perimeter was already given to us. What is it? A equals 36. Is that what you said? Oh, what's that final answer equal? I was going to say 36. That's weird. Okay, 108. Do I have a decimal? Or is it just 108? Oh, 100.8. That's not what you said earlier. And then what unit am I using? Meters squared. Okay, we did this investigation, right? For the sum. The sum of each polygon, that formula is n minus 2 times 180. We developed that. Remember we made a bunch of triangles and figured it out? What does N stand for? Number of sides. How many sides does an octagon have? 8. So you just do 8 minus 2 times 180. So 6 times 180 is? That's it. That's it. What about a nonagon? Has 9 sides. So 9 minus 2 times 180. What's 9 minus 2? 7 times 180. What is it? And these are in degrees, by the way, people, because it's an angle measure. Now, see how I put a capital 1 and then I put 1 in parentheses for the next? This formula is a little different. You still do n minus 2 times 180, but to get divided by n. Since they're regular, that means each angle on the inside is congruent, right? So I'm going to, 16 gone. So I'm going to do 16 minus 2 times 180 divided by 16. So 14 times 180 divided by 16. On 14 times 180 divided by 16. And that's 157.5 degrees. Right? Was that 5 or was that? Yeah, 5. 5 degrees. This is the same way. 22 minus 2 times 180 divided by 22. I'm not going to go ahead and work all that out because I want to give you more time for your test. Okay, these are easy. Okay, so these all, the last 4, these are 2 points apiece. 2 points, 2 points. Right? Now this one's only 1 point apiece. Because you're only telling me a name. Concave, do you see that word cave? Means it has a dent. They're not all pointed out. So this one is concave. What's this one? Convex. And then these are going to be 2 points each. Exterior angle, 360 divided by n. So in this case, 360 divided by what? 24. What is 360 divided by 24? 15 degrees. A regular quadrilateral. How many sides is a quadrilateral? 4. This is just a square, so that's 90 degrees. And then there's an extra sheet that's stapled on because CUDA software didn't have these. Find the area of the shaded region. This shaded region has a cutout. Does everybody see that? Not have that? Oh, you need me to go back? So if you have a cutout, what does that mean? Do I add or subtract? Subtract. So you're going to calculate 2 areas, and then you're going to subtract out the cutout. which you should have done if you actually did your homework. And remember, you're going to be turning in your homework for the week, right? Today, because I haven't been collecting, and I said I'm going to be collecting all homework for the test, right? So you're going to have to gather your homework. I will put up on the board what exactly I'm looking for while you guys are on break, okay? So, can I move on now? Okay. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Here we go. Okay. Let me make this a little bigger. Where's view? Um, okay. There. Now that's nice and big. Okay. First of all, I'm going to look to see if all the units are the same. Are all the units the same? Yeah, they're all in yards. Okay. So, let's do the easy one first. Does everybody see a rectangle? What are the dimensions of the rectangle? 4 by, so 4 times 2 is 8, and that should be yards squared, right? And it's a cutout, so I'm going to be subtracting 8 from the area of this large triangle. Now the height of this triangle is 7, and this would be your base. You could tell that it makes a nice right angle. However, normally you see heights on the inside like this, right? But they just drew it on the outside, which is okay. Means the same thing. Okay, what's the area for the triangle? Area equals, what's the area formula? Base times height divided by 2. And you are right, the base was 6. The height is 7 and divided by 2. What's 42 divided by 2? 21 yards squared. And now what do I do? 21 minus 8 is equal to what? 13 yards squared. I would make this worth 3 points. Right? Easy peasy. Okay, Sempar and Ting are having their driveways paved with the same asphalt material, so the cost is based on area. Sempar's driveway measures 12 feet by 9 feet and costs $810 to pave. Ting's driveway measures 8 yards by 6 yards. How much would Ting's driveway cost to pave? So you need to get the units correct, though. You cannot do this before doing conversions, right? See how these are, always do conversions first. These are feet and these are yards. What do you want to do? Change it to feet or change it to yards? It doesn't really matter. You could do it either way. And it'll still give you because it's based upon, I would change it to feet because that's what Sempar's, who we have the cost for. So I would change this one to feet. So what's 8 times? No, 3. And it's written in your test on the one conversions. So 8 times 3 is what? 24 feet. And what's 6 times 3? 18 feet. So, oh, Ting, you have a big driveway. Okay, so because cost is by area, you need to get the area formula. So what's 12 times 9? 12 times 9 is 8, 108? Okay, feet squared. And her cost was $810. Ping's, what's 24 times 18? 432 feet squared. And we're looking for the cost. So I'm going to cross multiply 108 feet squared equals, what's 810 times 432? That's a big number. I'm going to actually do this because my ears are bad. So turn it on. 4, 4, 3, 2 times 8, 1, 0. Oh, wow, that's a big number. 349920. 349920. Oh, I forgot my X here. Divide by 108. Divide by 108. And that equals 3,000. Oop, what is that? 3,240. Thank you. Okay. We got it? And you should have done the worksheet with all the word problems, right? So I'm gonna make a checklist right here. In the future, I'll try getting that typed up so you can actually just do a little checklist. I'm just gonna type it right here while you guys are on break. Right? Okay, go ahead and take a break. We're all gonna potty before the test, and you're not gonna go to the test. Can we all agree? We are not gonna talk during the test. Does anybody want to know? Can they tell me if we talk during the test, what happens? I take your test, and you have to do a new form on Friday. That's what you will do. Will we have phones out during our test? No. Like, yours? Okay. Oh, do you need one? Go over here and you can get the graphing calculator. What number? Oh. When you multiply 12 by 9, you got 108. When you multiply 24 by 18, we got the 432. Great question. I should have had that out for you.